Well, hello everybody. This is Laura with Jot and Tittle Typewriters. Thanks so much for joining me today. We are going to look at a Smith Corona Classic 12 that we've repainted in red. And boy, red is our number one color. We don't do it all the time, but when we do it, you guys just love it. You just snag those typewriters up in a hurry. So we're excited to bring this to you. Classic 12 is a fantastic typewriter. It is the perfect typewriter for beginners that want an affordable manual typewriter. Ding, this is what we recommend right here. Okay, this particular one is a Classic 12, which means it has a 12-inch carriage on it. And that is good for crafters because you can put in landscape or portrait, bigger pieces of paper, and you can use cardstock as well. Those of you who are writers, you don't need a 12-inch carriage unless you're going to be writing your stories on really huge pieces of paper. So like an 11 by 14 paper. Otherwise, you don't need a 12-inch. But if you want one, go for it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is called the carriage. Right here is your paper holder, margins, press, and drag. Okay. Paper guide. Love the paper guide because it helps you be consistent in your margins. And let's say you're going to use type on a postcard or an envelope. You just bring that in so you can line it in pretty easily and roll it through. So that does come in handy. I'm going to put it right there. Your line selector is right here, which means when you hit the return handle, it's going to advance 1, 2, or 3 lines. To move this carriage, because sometimes you need to, there's a carriage release lever on each side, and you just pull that in, and there you go. There's your carriage. The carriage will move as far as you have the margins set. When you get close to the margin, that bell's gonna ding like that. That tells you you need to hit your return handle and go to the next line. That was very much a Vanna White thing there. Okay, I'm gonna bring that margin in a little bit. I'm going to move the carriage to the left before I open this top, and the reason is if we don't, this is going to scrape that top, and you're not going to be very happy about that. Okay, inside we have our ribbons, and I put in a universal ribbon. You can purchase universal ribbons on our website at jotandtittletypewriters.com. You can also, if you have a specialty size ribbon, you can send us your spools, and we'll wind fresh ribbon on there. Just select the custom typewriter ribbon option in our store. I think that's what it's called. Okay, so this ribbon, even though it's short, it's going to last you a long time. So once you get through the end of your spool, your typewriter is going to probably freeze up on you. That just means you're at the end of your ribbon, and you need to reverse the direction of that baby, and you just push that whichever direction it needs to go. Now, if you're purchasing a typewriter from us, we always put new ribbon in, and sometimes the selector gets moved around. Like I've pushed this several times. I don't remember which direction it needs to go. So you may get it, and right out of the box, it's at the end of the spool, and you're like, what? Is this an old ribbon? Or what? My typewriter's not working because it's not typing. Just reverse the direction of your ribbon before you go into full-on meltdown mode. Okay, when it's time to change your ribbon, black on top, red on bottom, make sure you thread it properly. We have an up-close photo of this escapement. That's what this is called. So you can see how to thread it. If you've got one like this, click the link below. It'll take you to this listing, and even if the typewriter is sold, you can look at the pictures and figure out how to thread that ribbon. Okay, down here you've got your color selector. LMH, this is a touch control. This just determines how hard these type bars are going to strike your paper. Tab, set, clear. This is a very clean typewriter. Woo, somebody's going to love it. Let's go ahead and do our typing demo. Okay, so you just take your piece of paper and set it right there. No need to shove it down. I do recommend not pushing it way up next to that because it'll crimp your edges. So just set it there, turn the handle. There we go. Oh, it got caught on there. And then bring it through. And I like to come all the way through to make sure I got it even, which I did. If you don't, right here is a paper release lever, and that will release the tension so you can adjust your paper. Let's go ahead and do some typing on this. And I believe, I don't remember. Yes, this is a 1969. So 1969 Smith Corona Classic 12. These, I love this typewriter. It's just good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's good. Nice, crisp, clear font. Can you see that? Wow, that's really pretty. This is a smaller font. This is going to be an elite font, which means 12 characters per inch, which means you get more characters per line. Good for those of you who are going to be doing lots of writing. Maybe you're going to write your school papers, or I don't know, journal entries or whatever. But the font is nice and clean and clear. All right, let's go ahead and go through these and test them all out. You know, most of our clients, customers, which this is who we cater to, are those of you who have never had a typewriter before. You're new to it. And so we love working with you. We do get people who know more than we do about typewriters. And that's awesome that you guys know more. But sometimes you guys get frustrated with us because you know more than us. So we would refer you to the really awesome people who refurbish and restore. But if you don't mind having a typewriter that's a working typewriter and it's decent and our customers are happy with us, then this is a good typewriter for you. But we do not replace parts. Please look at all of our videos. If you're looking at one of our typewriters, our listing spells it out very clearly, and we have video links on there that explain exactly what we do. But we don't replace parts. We put in fresh ribbon, we clean it, we repair it, we service it. We don't replace parts. So that's why we do not restore or refurbish, and that's why our price points can be a little bit lower than those that are professionally refurbished and restored. Be careful though, because a lot of people in our price range don't do that. They've picked it up from a garage sale or an auction and they've thrown it on their Etsy shop or eBay store, and they haven't cleaned it, they haven't even put a ribbon in it. We test, we give you videos, we repair it. It's working when it leaves our shop. And then we give you 3 days to pound away on that typewriter, not pound, but type away, to make sure it's working as we said it was. So, and if it doesn't, then you can return it to us within those, when you contact us within those 3 days of, but at least we give you 3 days to try it out, Okay. Sorry for that rant. I just need to clarify things. Some of you who know more than I do, I appreciate, because you gently and you kindly say, oh, that's what this is for. And I learn things from you. I love that. It's a great community. We should help each other. Others of you just, I guess you like to feel better about yourselves when you find people who know less than you. Okay, boy, I'm in rare form today. We're going to do the red ribbon, and let's keep going. But I love you all anyway. Ooh, there's the bell. Bell sounds really nice. This would be good for kids too. However, that being said, oh, sorry, I need to put this in, pull this in. For little kids, this is going to be a little bit harder, because manual typewriters, if you've never used one, you have to press down harder and further than a computer, and they're further apart. So if you have little kids like under 10, I highly recommend an electric typewriter like a Smith Corona Coronet, an Electra, any of the Electra series, a Coronomatic, something like that. But a Smith Corona Electric is what I recommend for the little kids. Okay, but preteens, teens, this is a fantastic typewriter for them. I'm gonna give this typewriter an A plus. It's a beauty, and it works very well. I know I don't have complicated words. I'm not a complicated person. There you go. I'll take a picture of that. It'll be in the link in our description below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day and happy typing.